Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Chowdhury and today I have brought for you a very important video on health. Friends, most of you do consider that health is very important for us to stay healthy, but the food we eat is so important, and that is why there are categories of people who just eat food, of course, but the amount of nutrients they require in their daily diet and in amount they are unaware of it, and class of people who do care about their health and insist on taking healthy food, but they also skip the amount of that nutrients they need to consume. And of course, a class of people who goes to gym or consult a dietitian or a nutritionist, and he will have the exact amount of the nutrients for their body that would be prescribed if they are overweight or they are beyond their body weight and so. But a certain class of people are there who don't care about all this and just eat their food to beat their hunger. So today I am going to tell you the amount of food and the nutrients required by our body in amounts to fulfill and to stay healthy. And for that, I go ahead with, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Friends, all we need, you know, that is energy, and which is in calories. Okay, so average man would require 2500 kilocalories per day for their body, and an average woman would require 2000 calories per day in their daily diet. But the most importantly, what are the sources that is required and the amount of that nutrients our body needs? And therefore, it is very important to know those nutrients which our body requires to fulfill our daily needs. And that is most important. Here is the macronutrients and micronutrients. As this class, macronutrients is the major source of energy, and that constitutes carbohydrates, that's carbs, fats, protein and fiber. This constitutes macronutrients, and that is the ultimate source of energy our body gets from. So, and the micronutrients are the required by our body is in small quantity, of course, but it plays a major role in keep our body, you know, our bone health. It supports our bone health, it supports our eyesight, it supports our brain health, and most importantly immunity. And these micronutrients are vitamins, minerals and water. Most importantly, though these are required in small quantity and that is in milligram, but it is so important to keep our, as I have mentioned with. And therefore, the macronutrients, the sources of macronutrients we get from food, you know, carbs we get from rice, chapatis, and that should be with fibrous food most importantly. And protein sources we get from lentils, beans, legumes, those are based on plant protein, and other sources are animal protein, and which I would recommend for you is the quantity, you know, the amount for an average person, for an average adult, the amount of carbs that is required per day is 130 grams per day for an average man, and this protein is just 0.80 grams per kg of body weight for a person. Now, the fats, which constitutes a major important role, and as you know and would like to know, then our human brain constitutes 100% fats, and therefore the fat is equally important, and insist on unsaturated fat that is available in your salmon fish and fatty fish, oily fish, that constitutes omega 3 fatty acids and all the fatty acids, 6 fatty acids that is required by our body. And just do avoid white whale, sugar and white whale from your daily diet. Now, this you can understand that a 75 kg man body weight by body weight would require 55-year-old woman would require 4 grams of protein, and that would constitute 0.80 gram per kg of their body weight. That is the average consumption. Mind it that actually the food we eat, the nutrients, these macro and micronutrients that is required by our body varies from person to person, and therefore it is solely based on 5 things, and that is, number 1 is age of that person, height of that person, weight of that person, then the daily activities you do, and the your health goals. This will depend on these 5 things, and therefore if you just consult a dietitian or a nutritionist or your physical trainer, those who goes to gym, and therefore they will find out the BMI, that is body mass index, and from there your daily requirement of food of this macro and micronutrients will be sorted out and given to that person. Now, for common man, it is not possible to just measure the quantity, and therefore we need to based on a balanced diet where it is with 50% of carbohydrate, 30% of fat and 20% of protein. From there we get our daily requirements. Now, when we consume this food, those put on the calories, and therefore it will give the energy, and this will depend that your body functions well at the same time to digest it and burn the extra calorie, and to burn the calories is also equally important, and therefore to burn calories that you are putting in, it is most important to have some exercises, that is daily activities, and therefore I would recommend certain exercises which lose calories in a great amount, and that is brisk walking, running, jogging, squat, plank exercises, freeways, and of course swimming, it includes yoga. So these are the few exercises which would burn your calories in a great amount, and if you are insisting on taking these exercises, regular exercises, either in the morning or in the evening, that will burn your calories. And most importantly, your brisk walking is very important for adult and those actually aged people, and therefore I would recommend a balanced diet for a common man with carbs, protein and fat and protein in the ratio of 50, 30 and 20%. If you consume in a periodic manner divide the day into 3. That is your first morning exercises, then you have a scoop of protein with handful of dry fruits, and then in the breakfast you have fibrous food, and then with a boiled egg, and then in between breakfast and lunch you need to have a bowl of seasonal fruits with apple and so. In the lunch, which is very important, there you have to maintain this balance of 50% carbs, 30% fat and 20% protein. And at night you do have an early dinner, and your dinner, which should be the lightest, there you can have just 2 chapatis with a bowl of veggies, a boiled egg, or you can go for millet chapati, which is 100% fiber content, no gluten at all. Therefore, this is the recommendation. With after every meal you need to have water after half to 1 hour. After half to 1 hour of your taking meals, you need to have consume water. Of course, at other times whenever required, your body, you need to have water, because 70% of our body constitutes water, and therefore water is also a detoxifier. There, from all these natural sources and the available food and the amount of that macro and micronutrients you consume, you can have a healthy body, you can stay healthy and fit. And this is all about what I would say in this today's video. And do have a healthy life, stay healthy, and thank you very much once again for staying till the end. I am taking leave of you. Namaste.